Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Everyday Psychic Radio. This show features healing and guidance and readings for everyday people just like you to find your way to your highest self and living your best life. Featuring psychics Jenny McDaniel and Jennifer Evans. And I'm your host, Drew Pillow. Yay, clap your hands, clap your hands. Used to have a clap your hands button, but I guess we misplaced it. And this we had to do social distancing from that button. But anyway, it's a great day to have a great day.
Oh, there you go.
It's a great day to have a great day. This is Everyday Psychic Radio, and if you're here right now, that means your day is off to a good start, whether you know it or not. I'm Drew Pillow. I'm your host. I'm going to be that guy voice that you hear as you listen carefully to the sound of my voice. And but featuring on this show, this is a show where you can get you can make connection with a psychic healer, some really extraordinary ladies who are very talented and experienced in what they do. You can get your own experience briefly. We'll give you 5 minutes of free readings and healings today. And what else do we do? We share good information with you. It's an entertaining show. I think you would like it. If this is your first time here, we appreciate it if you go to our website, EverydayPsychicRadio.com. Just click the like button. And while you're there, you may notice that we have a special button. It's called the VIP button. And what that is good for is it gives you the ability to jump to the head of the line. You can be the first one to get your reading today, and you get a little bonus time. So, and we did that because we get lots and lots of callers on this show, pardon that, and sometimes everybody doesn't get through. It's only 60 minutes. We're going to make the most of it. But if you don't want to not get through, then this is a useful tool for you. It's $10 whole. OMG, so much. No, not at all. $10 will get you to the front of the line. So without any more from me, let's go ahead and introduce today's fantastic healer. Her name's Jennifer Evans. And on the intro it said psychics, right? But that's like calling me just a person. Like, we're more than that. And she's so much more than just a psychic. And I'm going to let Jennifer go ahead and tell you what she does and who she is. Hey, Jennifer.
Thank you, Drew. Thank you for that warm introduction. Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you sound perfect.
Excellent. So my name is Jennifer. I am here as a regular guest on Sunday shows. I've been studying the psychic realm for the last 30 years. If you need to reach me, I'm at healermedium@live.ca. If you need to have a medium reading or a psychic reading or healing, I also have a website, iseedeadpeople.ca. Most importantly right now, I'm reading a book called The Stand by Stephen King, very old book, written many years ago, talking about a virus that goes out and kills people. So I just finished reading in that book that June 13th, 1990 was the day that shit hit the fan in the book, The Stand. So I've got that June 13th earmarked. So we'll see what happens in 2020 on June 13th. Because I always find that he predicts things. So do Family Guy and The Simpsons. But he does too. So what do you think, Bruce?
Where's the scream button? Because, no, I think that date in June is the day that the shit stops hitting the fan. So maybe that's the way it's going to work out. Yeah,
okay,
because it's already fanny and shitty as it is right now. So, good. I'm glad you mentioned that book, because now we're going to go watch the movie. And we'll be joined later, in a few minutes actually, by our other featured healer, Jenny McDaniel. She'll be jumping in just a moment. So what we do here today, and also, if you go to our website, EverydayPsychicRadio.com, not only will you get cool points, get the opportunity to be today's VIP, you'll also you'll see a bio on Jennifer. You'll have links to her website and her email in case you want to email her or contact her off the air for some more in-depth, sessions. Let's call it that. So, like I said, it's a good day to have a good day. Let's start off our good day by grabbing some of these callers. We have so many people calling in. Thank you guys so much for calling us. Are you ready, Jennifer?
I'm absolutely ready.
Okay, let me put on my novice hat because that's what I am, novice extraordinaire. So while you guys are getting the readings, you want to make the most of your time. So when I call on you and bring you on the air, maximize your time by quickly telling us what your name is, what's your location, and what's your question or comment so we can, kind of jump right in. So, looking at the switchboard, I'm going to go ahead and pick this number, 520 area code. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, hi. It's Lisa from
Hi.
Arizona. Hi. Jennifer, I was going to ask. I'm sorry. Jennifer,
Perfect.
I was going to ask. Oh, hi. Jennifer, I was going to ask about my relocation. Do you see any energy in that way? I'm in an industry where I can live anywhere in the state that I live in, and I just wonder if within the next 6 months you see me relocating, because I've debated with myself for that possibility.
Okay. I picked a card for you, and my first impression when I picked up the card, and I wouldn't move here in a million years only because I'm cheap and it's a very expensive city. What city do you think that came to mind for me, Lisa? I'm going to test your psychic powers. Mind to mind.
Oh, you're thinking of a city?
Yeah.
Well,
expensive.
Yeah. See, I'm not really thinking in terms of a city. I'm thinking more in terms of a small town, kind of on the outskirts. Possibly, I'm dabbling in it, so it changes hour to hour, when I do a search.
Is it on the outskirts of San Francisco?
Oh, no, I'm in Arizona, so.
Okay, so
but
you're
just
leaving Arizona?
You know what? No, I would stay within the state of Arizona, but I think about San Francisco a lot. For some reason, I do think about it a lot, but the way I've read and seen on the screen how it's changed from when I knew it, I'm not so sure I'd be drawn to it.
I would take, if you can, I don't know what your state visiting restrictions are or anything like that, but the first thing that came to mind was San Francisco. So if it's something to change your energy, that's where I'm being drawn. So there may be some opportunity to travel there, visit there, and it may be the right time, divine timing, whatever it is. That's where, if you're asking me where you should move to, and normally I won't should on anybody, but because it jumped so quickly into my head and the card basically reinforced it, that's what I was being told. If it's not going to be something like that, your guides are saying, they're like, you know how your hand goes back and forth, it doesn't matter if you move or not. But that's where you're going to get your bang for your buck. If you do choose to leave your state, that's where they're sending you to. So that's what I'm getting for you, Lisa. Yeah. So
thank you.
I hope that helps, and thank you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. That was awesome. She said in Arizona, and then you picked something totally out of Arizona, and she said, you know what? I have been thinking about that so much.
But like Jenny says, she says, go to the place, research the place,
Yeah.
And if she's been thinking about San Francisco, she might just go there and go, oh, wow, This is where I need to be. And sometimes I know it's extremely expensive and not everyone can afford it, but you can happen upon opportunities wherever you go. Like someone might say, you know what, I have to move to China for a year. I need someone to live in my house. I don't know. I don't know everyone's situation, but, you know, if there's a will, there's a way. The universe will conspire to help you get to where you need to be.
Thanks, universe.
That's right. That's right.
if we cooperate, I'm thinking.
That's right. If we walk through the doors that are open, yes.
I'm going to go ahead and open up the chat room because I usually do that. And if you want to chat along during this show, you can go to the Blog Talk Radio website. We're at Everyday Psychic Radio. And at today's show page, there's a little chat window down there, and you can chat along with me and the other chatters. So let's go ahead and grab another caller. I'd say we're batting 1,000% today. Oh, there's so many callers here. I'm just so random. So for me to pick you, because we're not going in any sequence, just send out that vibe, like pick me, pick me, pick me. I'm pretty sensitive, stuff like that. So let's go on to 203. 203 is the number. You're live. What's your name and location?
Hi, it's Pat in Connecticut.
Hi, Pat.
Hi. Let's see. In relationship to I'm patient and I know things aren't going to happen for a while, where I will relocate, and it would have to do with being in a relationship. I've been single for probably 45 years, but I do plan to be with someone in the next couple of years because I'm 66 and I do want a life partner. Mm-hmm. But I'm looking for a package deal, meaning I'd love to be in nature and sharing.
So
that
what's
with
your
somebody.
Question, Pat?
What do you see coming up as far as changes that would be with a partner, and that I'm assuming that would involve moving because I am in the city in a very small apartment.
Okay, so I picked a card for you, Pat, because nothing came right to my mind right at first. But what the card tells me is, yes, there is going to be a move. There was no other card around it. It doesn't necessarily show me a partner with it. So, but if that's your intention, you know what? By all means, set your intention. What I was also being shown was it will be a place, and I don't feel like it's a city vibration. I feel like it's like an area where someone might have a horse, or there might be horses. And the first thing after that, as soon as I saw the horse, why do I feel, and it's not even close to Connecticut, but I'm feeling Tennessee. Do you have any connection to Tennessee whatsoever?
No, other than there are animal sanctuaries down there, and sometimes I say, the sanctuaries draw me down there. That's all.
Okay, well, that's what I got for you. I got Tennessee. I don't see a partner, but I see horses somewhat around you. So thanks for calling, Pat from Connecticut.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Pat. See, you're cooking with fire.
Everybody wants to move.
Fire. Yeah.
Everybody's moving.
Speaking of moving, let's move aside a little time to allow Jenny McDaniel to jump on the wave with us. And hey, Jenny, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Hi, Jenny.
Good.
Hey.
Good. That soothing voice. Here she comes. That soothing voice. Hey, so, we're already in the show, so let's go ahead and introduce you, Jenny, because I told everybody that you were coming and that you're a psychic, but you're more than that. So give everybody the quick heads up.
Oh, thank you. I'm Jenny McDaniel, and I do a series of psychic modalities. I like to show you or travel with you to your parallel existences where we either siphon heartful energy or cut cords with some unpleasant energy that's there. So we call it shamanic parallel life journeys where we do some emotional healing. That's my big thing right now. It seems to come up all the time. I'm also a channel, and I like to do energy work, and I'm a body worker, but that's on pause for right now.
Pause. So people have to do their own body work now.
Yep, they have to get foam rollers, and they have to get tennis balls, and they have to get a yoga video, or get a YouTube video or something. Yep, it's having us take care of ourselves. I see all the women joking about it, like, oh, I had to dye my own hair. Look at this mess, and stuff like that.
Oh, that can be messy. I'm a guy, and I've tried it. It's terrible. But, we're learning to do a lot of things for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, over the long period of time that we've been doing this show, I hear things and they resonate with me, and it's like, oh, this is really good. I get guidance, but if I don't cooperate with the guidance, I have noticed something. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. I don't know. What is it? What do you call it? Like if you say, Drew, this looks like this is something that's going to really be good for you. I see you making moves in this direction. You need to do these things. And then I just, I want that, but something inside of me is like, I'm going to do this instead. What's that called? Is that called being a Drew? Or what is that? Kind of not take, yeah.
Do you want to go, Jennifer, or do you want me to go with that?
Well, ultimately, you have to listen to your own advice, right? So, if someone tells you to do something, don't do it unless it resonates with you for sure. There's certain things, Joe, you smoke too much, or Jim, you eat too much, or Susie, you drink too much, you got to take that with a grain. And if someone's telling you that, then maybe it's a time to be a little bit more self-aware. But if someone's telling you something, you're going, it depends on why you don't want to do it. Are you insecure? Do you not have any faith in yourself? Or does it just not sit in your gut properly? Is it an internal disagreement, or is it in your head? You got to figure out where your disagreement's coming from as well, and then act accordingly. What do you think, Jenny?
I think that's great advice. And I think that we come here to deal with heavy energies, as well as light energies and blissful energies. But to come here and to say what Drew is saying is pretty common. Hey, coming up between a rock and a hard place. I see what I want. I'm having a hard time getting there. When you come to those places, you've come to a karmic lesson, a deep-rooted lesson. So it is a lot like Jennifer said. Where is it coming from? Dissecting. Is it psychological? Is it emotional? Is it all of the above? Is it energetic? Because very commonly, it's less about finding the one answer to fix it and more about finding the connection between all the answers. Like, for example, maybe some of the reasons I don't get a lot of the stuff done that I want to is because I have time management issues. That is a truth. I work with that. Even though I'm a psychic and a professional one and have the tools, does not mean that goes away. It's like I have to not eat sweets all the time because I gain weight and it's unhealthy for me, and I'll get diabetes or something, So it really is sometimes a lot less one piece that we're missing and more like a combination, and then keep coming at it from a couple different ways, and really know that we are barking up a tree that is difficult and that we're not going to just fly by it. So setting our egos down and knowing that sometimes this tree is going to take a little longer to knock down, that's wise. And just expecting it to be one of our light lessons. Well, it's not. And the sooner we stop comparing apples to oranges, we're better off. So you really, when you come up with a struggle like that, when you come up upon a struggle, you really know you're getting into your soul's work. You're looking at something that's going to need more than one treatment, more than one time you do it right. Like if someone works with their self-confidence, you don't generally have something happen and it goes away forever. You keep watching it like you would anything else that needs tending. So it's a level of responsibility I think that we have to accept in our emotional, psychological, and spiritual health, and then one person isn't going to do it for us. And if we think they are, we need to start looking at our savior mentality. It's kind of like sits in victimhood, which gets us nowhere. That was a long answer.
Oh.
A good one, though. A good one.
Yeah. I think it was a good one. Let's let's get another caller. I don't want to monopolize the time. We have such a long list. I guess everybody needs to connect today. And for those who it's really important that you connect today, go to the website, click the VIP button, and join us. It's EverydayPsychicRadio.com, and you can click the VIP button. And for $10, you can do away with the waiting and jump to the front of the line and get double the time with double the talented ladies' attention. So let's go ahead and grab the next caller, 805 area code. What's your name, location, and question or comment?
Oh, hi. This is Donna from California. Hi. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Donna.
Hi. I just wanted to know about my love life because it's been going on too long. I don't have anyone in my life. I'm all by myself. No kids.
Do you want me to take this, Jennifer, or do you want to go?
Well, I got the last moving questions, but you go ahead, Jenny, and then I'm going to...
You follow up? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi, Jenny. Hi.
Hi, Donna from California. So right away, Spirit is coming in and saying, it's been going on too long, huh? Well, that's the human ego not wanting to continue through a difficult course. And again, very normal, by the way. Don't feel bad about that. We all do it. But what they're saying is your highest self-interest is coming in to find a partner that you're not just going to settle with or that you aren't crazy about. They're saying finding that equal to find that kind of twin flame soulmate energy so that you can grow and move together in one of the most profound ways people can, which is the intimate relationship. So they're saying this is one of your karmas amongst others to come in and find an equal partner, and you're servicing yourself by pushing it out too long and not settling. They're saying there's internal healing that you're doing, and you've always been doing it, and you'll continue doing it, and this will bring you closer to an expression of your full self, which will then bring in a lot more opportunities for bringing in higher vibed individuals to try this love romance thing in. So I don't even have to pull any cards. I'll hand it over to Jennifer and see if she's pulled a couple cards for you. But they're saying work on your solar plexus and then try your hardest to alchemize the energy from it should have been done already and happened already for me to this is a tough lesson. They don't call it karmic lessons for no good reason. It's going to take me time, and the more patience and ease I have with this, the quicker I'm going to manifest it. I'll hand it over to Jennifer.
Thank you.
Hi, Donna.
Hi.
What I got for you is definitely there is someone coming in for you. On the physical plane, like externally, you've made yourself into someone that you would date. So therefore, it should be easy. Like Jenny said, just let go and it'll come in. But I definitely see something either in the middle of the summer, by the end of the summer. So don't be surprised if August, September, maybe even July, but I'm thinking July might be a little bit too early. There's someone coming in for you. And I feel like he's an interesting person. Like he's not your boring, plain kind of person. He's actually got an interesting perspective on things. And it's going to be interesting enough that it causes you to think, and it's going to be not a challenge, but it'll be good for you because you'll have someone that isn't exactly the same as you, a little bit different, and it'll make your conversations very interesting. And he's not bad looking. He's easy on the eyes too, Donna. Thanks for calling.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely opportunities coming up for her.
Yeah. So you're saying I'm going to meet Donna? No. Okay. So.
Are you easy on the eyes, Drew?
Yeah, as long as they're closed. So I'm gonna shift into my deeper voice because we're approaching the halfway mark, and I don't know what the relationship is there, but I just felt like doing that. Let's grab this caller. This number is jumping off the switchboard at me. It's 708 area code 708. You are live. What's your name, location, and question or comment?
My name is Barbara. I'm from Illinois, and I would like to know how I can increase my vibration for animal communication.
Oh, good question. Jennifer, do you want to start us off?
I can. The first, because I'm going to be quick, so then Jenny, if you want to finish it. The first thing I got was something to do with tuning forks. So I got tuning forks, and because right now I feel, you're talking about increasing your vibration, but really I feel like you're vibrating a little too high for the animals right now, and so it'll be like a tuning fork that's a lower vibration, and I don't really know anything about tuning forks other than they make a noise, and you can use them for healing. Because I do feel a lot of healing energy coming with you, but I do feel like it's like you need to be grounded a little bit more. But I'll let the professional, when it comes to healing, answer you, Barbara.
Oh, you're so kind.
Thank you.
Let's take a look here. Your spirit guides are coming in, and they got a couple things to give you as far as techniques that you can utilize. And this is for everybody listening who wants to get closer to spirit. And this is where they're saying you can go, and there's other places too, and we'll go from here. But they're saying when you communicate with any entity telepathically, so past family members, aliens, angels, spirit guides, animals, when you're using telepathy, it's good to be in a space of subconscious mind being present. So this looks like meditation, gazing off, dazing out, spacing out that space. And again, it doesn't have to be the incense burning and you're sitting Indian style with a perfectly straight back. They're saying when you catch yourself going into those spaces of daydream, let's call it, they're saying that's when the veil is thinnest and your subconscious mind is there to start to create the relationship with spirit to form words and in the way that you're going to do it. So they're saying going into those kind of trance-like spaces or spaced out places are going to more often, so kind of a discipline, like a practice, doing it several times a day. It doesn't have to be hours on end. It can be even 5 minutes, something like this. Practicing that dazed space will get your subconscious mind used to coming to the front of the car, so to speak, to drive more often, and then you can kind of communicate more easily through there. And I'm not going to say it's easy. I often say I don't translate one language into another. I translate frequencies and energy into words, and that's more of what telepathy is either just a clear cognizance, so clear knowing, or getting images, feelings, and impressions that equal the communication. So they're saying you're a psychic, you have been for many lifetimes, practice it. They're saying you'll get a feel of how it works for you. We all do it a little different, but they're saying that kind of dazed out place is where the veil is thinnest, and it's a good place to start practicing that. They're saying you've incarnated as animals many, many times, and you've also been a psychic many, many times. So those two ingredients should make it a little easier on you than the average person to learn animal communication. So they're just saying practice makes perfect, and no one gets perfect. Of course, it's just a saying. But thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara.
Could I ask one question?
Oh, hold on. Let me get her back.
You get her back.
There you go. Welcome back.
Can you see me? Because I feel sometimes like I just channel automatically. Do you think that's without even knowing?
Yes.
I'll just kind of respond, like the animal's responding to me, but it'll just kind of flow. Am I just like, I don't know.
No, you're already doing it. Yes. Well, because of all these parallel lives, you have this natural inclination to be telepathic, to be empathic, to be connected. So they're saying you're already doing it. Just put intention around wanting to get better and do some practices where you kind of, again, bring that subconscious mind forward and get more used to using it. But yeah, you just keep moving forward in the skills that you're already presenting. You're already doing it. Think of it that way. And then you're just now gaining ground and gaining more skill. Like anyone who does any practice will maybe show impressions of being excellent at it, but by the time they're in college, they're kick-ass, you know? So it's just this and working with it. And then, appreciate you for calling.
Thanks, you.
Barbara. That was the first time I've heard that kind of call.
That was a great question. I love that one.
Made me think about my poor cat. He's reading my mind. I'm going to have to think more loving thoughts to him. So let's go ahead and grab another call. Oh, we're at 30 minutes, so we need to go ahead and play this quick commercial, right? Let's see. Yeah, thank you. That was perfect. We're so coordinated here. So here we are at the 30-minute mark. We're going to play this 60-second commercial, and we'll jump right back into the callers. The list is long, but as you see, we're getting them out of the way. Hopefully we'll get to you. If you have the patience of me and you want right now, then you can go to EverydayPsychicRadio.com, click the VIP button for $10. You'll be next. Here's our commercial. We'll be right back.
You are listening to Heart Over Ego Radio, a network of shows offering healing and guidance for your beautiful journey. Tune in on Mondays for the Alchemy Sisters, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern. Tuesdays, tune in and tune up. Body Awareness and Self-Care, 11 Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays, All for One is Love, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Thursdays, Unbound with Cynthia Martin, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 Eastern. Fridays, The Witching Hour with Green Witch Village and the Alchemy Sisters, 11 Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And on Fridays, Rain Radio, 10 Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Saturdays, Creating Heaven on Earth, 11 Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And Sundays, Everyday Psychic Radio at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. This is the Heart Over Ego Radio Network.
Yeah, we're a network. And we're glad you're here with us today, this Sunday, 5/24/2020. We made it. And hopefully you will be one of the chosen few that get through on this call. So without any more from me on this show, without any more from me, I say we have about, the switchboard is fuller than it's been in a while. So let's move through these callers and get these people what they're looking for. You guys want to pick a number from 1 to 0 or 10 or something?
1 to 0.
That's a trick question, Drew.
0 to 9. Something. You know what I mean.
Go ahead, Jenny.
Let's go with 7.
Okay.
Lucky 7.
We have a 7. We don't even have a 7.
Bad pick. See, this is why I don't go to Vegas and I'm not a multimillionaire, because I'm not good at that one.
Strike 1. Well, you know what? We have a 917. Let's go.
That's perfect. Good enough.
7 right there. 917. Name, location, question, and comment.
Yes. Hi. My name is Lisa. How are you today?
Good. What's your question?
Ooh,
Where are you
sorry.
calling from?
I'm calling from New York. I'm so sorry. There's so much noise in the background. So, yeah, I'm calling from New York. Just wanted to see, basically, I believe, just wanted to see, what do you see for me for, like, the next, over the summer?
Well, we could focus on one part of this summer. Do you want me to go first, Jenny?
You can if you want to. Mm-hmm.
I feel like there will be a male friendship coming through. I feel like there's a lot going on in your car or wherever you are. And there'll be someone who's a little bit affluent, but someone who's also going to help you with your career coming through. And not a lot of choices. So it's like you're stuck in a position and not able to, which is true of all of us right now. We are kind of stuck in our homes or from home to work, But I do see that continuing throughout the summer, but it's more than it is that. It's more of your hands are tied. So it's like you can't make a move because there's certain obligations that you have. Jenny, you have anything?
Just that I was looking at it and trying to get a handle on it, but it looks unclear. It's just there's too many variables right now. We have a lot of different things happening. So as far as just kind of taking a glance, I saw just too many variables to nail one down. But the only certain thing is that things are going to be changing and flexing. So go ahead and take breaths and move forward each day with intention of gaining more ease and grace, because let me tell you, things aren't going to become more clear anytime soon. Like, this is a very interesting space we're in, and we really have to get used to uncertainty. I know, coming from a psychic, that's ridiculous, right? Well, a good psychic will tell you there's lots of possibilities for outcomes, and that we create our destiny each day with our own beautiful free wills. So what your spirit guides are telling me to tell you is get used to not knowing and having less of an attachment to that. That's going to be real good on all your organs and your nerves and your adrenals. But then also go ahead and, again, kind of put that worry aside. It gives you more space to think of, what do I want? Okay, where do I want to go, and put intention behind that. We appreciate you for calling from New York. I forget the name. Thank you.
Alisa.
Alisa, thank you.
Yep.
Good lesson for all of us. The
Yeah.
noise, yeah. It's a good lesson for all of us to get used to not knowing and being okay with that. And, of course, we're not going to like it. Don't get mad at yourself if you don't like it. But the only constant is change, and especially now, and I'm just giving everyone a heads up that I don't know exactly what's going to happen because I can't, but I do know that it's going to be turbulent and movement-oriented for quite some time. So we're going to do ourselves a big service by putting our nerves on ice and not having so much worry about not knowing.
Drink. So, no, I was just...
Booze. Booze does that.
Alcohol.
Red wine.
That's right.
I don't drink, but if I did...
This would be the time to do it. No, I do.
I'm going to jump into the next caller, but I heard this. I heard this thing. I don't know where I heard it. It was an intro to some TV show, and I think it was Alan Watts. Am I saying his name right? That really trippy dude. He said, imagine if you could dream, and in your dream you could do anything and be anything you wanted to, and you did this for like so long, then you started deciding that you wanted to, put some challenges and some uncertainties in your dreams, and then after a long period of time, you just take more risks and be more daring and more uncertain, and over time you would eventually dream the life that you're living right now. And I was like, that's so deep. So I'm doing this to myself, huh? This is my dream.
And you can script it.
Have you guys ever heard that before?
No, but he's cool, and I've never heard that, and I like that. I got a really cool meme in front of me that I posted the other day on Facebook. It's brilliant. It says, it was written by an Ashley Ford. I think she's just a random person. I don't think she's famous, but it says, you are watching people go through withdrawal from the emotional addiction to the myth of certainty. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, shit. And right before I got on this call with you all, I was in a 2-hour group meeting with my teacher, who is a trance channel, and that was the motif of that 2-hour session, which was, we're going to have to be comfortable with this change coming, and the more we resist it, the harder our ego is going to make it for us. So being light and flexible, but yet steering yourself in the direction you want to go without too much attachment. The more attachment everything gets on it, the heavier it becomes, and I think the Buddhists would agree with me.
Oh, absolutely.
I read that, and I read that earlier today, and I thought, that's so deep. That is so deep. I think we're wired to be, like insecure, or to get security or comfort from externals. Like is my money flow consistent, or is this, is everything in place? Okay, then now I'm secure. Versus, like, how are we supposed to be secure if it's not based on those outside things?
It's internal, and that is really difficult to manage. Instant gratification would be sex, shoes, addiction, alcohol. The work comes in when you start to detach from those Band-Aids and start to do the internal mending that's required. It is no joke. I mean, it puts people to their knees, and that's why people veer away and go get a drink. And I do that sometimes to get a break. But I can see why people do it. I'm like, oh, yeah. If I could stay in this stupor for a while, for like maybe 10 years, that'd be great. But no.
10-year vacay.
Well, you've seen the movie Idiocracy, right? Where they put them in that like cryo freeze thing or whatever, and they come out years later. That'd be great. I'm like, just put me in for 10. Just get me past this crazy shit. Just kidding. This is why I came. I got to do the work. Let's get our work gloves on. No, I tease.
Okay, well, we're doing good. We're chopping down this long list. Let me keep checking this. Okay, I don't want anybody to request VIP and then I forget
to get it.
Yeah. I don't tend to do that often, but So let's go ahead. Let's pick another number. Jennifer, it's your turn to pick a number. Any number.
Lucky number 3.
Lucky number 3.
Top of the list, 314. 314. Name,
Hi.
Location, question or comment. Hi.
My name is Missy, and I'm from Florida.
Missy from Florida. What's your question, Missy?
I was just wondering what you see with my career this summer.
Everybody wants to know about this summer, don't they?
Mm-hmm. It's on the hot list. What do you currently do?
I'm furloughed.
But what is your job when you are working? Mm-hmm. This is going to be one of the most hit places. And I'm not an economist. I don't even play one on television. I am a psychic and I do read energy. And I like business. And I've been doing business since I've been 12 years old and I'm 42 now. So this is what I see for our economy. Brick and mortar, cut it in half at the very least. It would be wisdomatic, and your spirit guides are coming forward saying, if you can land a job back in retail, keep that door open. But your best bet would to start opening other doors and looking at other avenues, because this time is teaching us so much, one of which is, can you hop to another situation for your stability? Meaning, are you flexible enough to open up doors to other possible jobs that you've never done before? Well, we hope so, because this is going to be required. We got the service industry and restaurants. We've got the retail. We've got just anything that sits in a building, brick and mortar, everything is going to take a hit. So I'm not trying to put a fear-based reality out there. I'm trying to bring caution to the table and let everyone know that if you're going to be asked to jump, you're going to have to within a dime almost. So they're saying keep your eye open for other avenues of work and don't lean fully on getting back into that kind of work. Jennifer, do you have anything?
Yeah, I picked the card for you, Missy. I picked the death card, which to me, and I'm going to read it the same way sort of that Jenny did in a nicer way. So I wanted to hear how she said it nicely.
That's just awful. My God. The last card I think I want you to pull.
Yeah.
But what
no more retail for you is what I'm getting. But I did get, when I went into the energy of the card, I don't, and I'm not saying this is something I would have loved to have done for a job, because it's still service oriented. And I've always thought that being a hairdresser would be a great job. And I'll tell you why. If I ever opened a hair salon, it would be psychic readings and hair. So you're there, you're doing someone's hair, you're already in their energy, you give them readings. 9 out of 10 times, people are just there because they like you. And you could even butcher their hair, and they're like, you know what, that's my hairdresser. It'll grow back. So if you're thinking about making a career change, and this is not my psychic, your guides or anything coming in, but the first thing I got, basically, because I'd like to be a hairdresser, and be the best hairdresser that you can be, if that's something that you're inclined to do, because those aren't going to go away.
Brilliant advice.
Okay.
So get your gears moving, get plan A, plan B, and plan C, and that will help you keep that anxiety at bay and stress about the unknown, using energy that is unproductive, like worry and stress, and alchemizing it, being a energy alchemist and alchemizing it into productive energy such as having an idea about plan B, C, and D, so to speak. So we send you all kinds of flexible heart movement energy, and we hope that you land in a place that services you even more than working in the retail space.
And don't be attached to retail. I think that's what's saying.
That's what came in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Appreciate your call.
Flexible. Yep.
Something I was going to say. Did I mute myself? Am I there?
No,
you're there.
Am I here? Okay.
You're always there.
So the question was asked in the chat about the VIP. To do VIP, go to EverydayPsychicRadio.com. And right there you'll see a big button that says VIP. You click that, and it's a quick process. You'll be our VIP. You'll be on so quickly.
And tell Drew your phone number.
Oh, yeah, that part.
Yeah.
What would we do without Jennifer?
Yeah. Also, and as you press that button, make sure you, in the notes, give us your number so we can pick you. Something you were saying, I have another caller queued up and ready to go. Something you were saying, though, wouldn't it be cool if some of these brick and mortar people, companies started to blend, like, hey, you're a psychic, I'm a hairdresser, let's open up a psychic hairdresser place, the massage and the nail place, whatever. Like,
you guys are onto something with that. And I want to tell you another piece of my kind of psychic looking at the economy. Yes, brick and mortar are going to take a hit, and it's going to be a pretty intense one, and it'll be for a duration of time. But it'll be also a matter of time before the rents of these brick and mortars come way down, giving a lot of people an opportunity to start businesses or to start co-ops or partner with someone and say, hey, you take half of the place, I'll take half of the place. So just to let everyone know, you're asked to be flexible and open doors in places that you normally wouldn't open them, but just know, keep an eye on those prices. I see that they're going to drop simply because people can't withhold the rents. Everyone's at half mast. They can't pay their rent. So there's no other way that these real estate owners can work business but to drop prices so that people can actually purchase it and buy it and be a part of it. So just on the flip side of all this kind of doom and gloom with the economy is the opportunity for the rent prices to reflect that drop and dip. Just like after the recession in 2008, you could probably get a good deal on a house. There were so many in foreclosure. So just keep an eye on this and start planning your major business or your big ideas right now while you have the opportunity, and then you might have something on paper when these prices get down. You can actually afford it, because that's what stops a lot of people from running businesses, that overhead. Sometimes it's $5,000 a month just to have that roof. Yeah. And you pay all the bills, you've got to pay employees. I mean, I heard Nancy Pelosi on the news say it the other week or month. She said, being an entrepreneur, you have to be wildly optimistic. And she said it differently, but it was basically the same thing where I was like, you're right. I mean, the failure rate is incredible. Something had to give there. So all these monopolies just don't keep taking precedence. And I think this is it. So hold space. I think it's going to pop back to the regular man, get an opportunity to get a leg up on business again.
You're so right, Jenny.
Yeah. We're going to adapt. Chicken wings and toenails. I'm in my town. You can get an order of wings and get your nails did while you wait. See, awesome. Can't beat that. We have a caller from 404 area code. I believe her name is Julia. And she is really cool. Julia, is this you?
It
yep,
is.
That's her.
Hi, Drew.
And
so nice to talk to you, my dear old friend. I'm trying to do the VIP thing, but I'm sitting backed into a dock right now while they load my trailer, and I keep looking out the window to see if the light turns green, and it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do it now though, because the link finally came up. I'm a little antiquated when it comes to this PayPal madness, but I just hit next, and I believe that it goes through. Yeah, we do.
Friends,
we do.
She knows. I think she knows Bo.
I do.
Bo
everybody knows Bo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Atlanta, so he's over there raising hell. Gotta love him. Well, I'm actually from Hawaii, but I live in Atlanta, so my spirit is still in the island somewhere, I'm pretty sure. All right, I went through. Oh, wait, send payment good. Now. Okay. Yeah, it says send
What's
more
your
money.
question?
Maybe I'll do that later. Well, it's funny. Like, I've kind of had a lot going on. Not like everybody else, but like everybody else. I've been single for a long time by choice, because I'm really particular about who I want to share my energy with. And I know that I had to do a lot of work on myself. And, I just asked my angels and my guides to send me, first of all, prepare the person, because I'm a lot to handle. And, to send me the right person, that is going to join me on expansion and more ascension. I don't really like to use that word too much, because, ascending, in my opinion, just basically says that I'm trying to reach a place, but I want a continuous movement. So I tend to lean towards more expansion than anything. But I met somebody.
All right.
And
Julia, you get both of us.
Yes.
So here's what I'm going to give
you.
to you. This is Jennifer, because you are a contributor to the bottom line. Unless Jenny wants to go first.
You go first, Jennifer. I'm getting the cards all set up.
Right. Okay, so I feel like there was, in your past, romantic past, I'm assuming that you have a romantic past, because the cards would indicate, yes, you have a romantic past. It was like you put yourself out there and you let yourself be vulnerable just to get stabbed in the back. So you got hurt. I don't feel like it was an amicable type of relationship ending. But it taught you a lot. It taught you a lot, what you deserve, what you need, what to watch out for, what you want to happen next. The person that I see in your future, there's still a little bit of time left to wait, but I feel like they're not from Atlanta. I do feel like there's going to be you're going to meet them, some sort of air travel involved. So, which I wouldn't recommend going by air anywhere now, but people seem to be doing it, so do whatever you want, people. But I'm feeling like a little bit more of a waiting period, but I'm feeling by August, the arrows of love will hit their mark. What about you, Jenny?
Let's take a look here. First of all, I pulled out some cards, and the very first one I pulled was strength. So your spirit guides are jumping for joy. You got confetti. They see the work that you've done. They see the work that you continue to do. This is brilliant. And they're saying it's a responsible time to bring forth the idea of maybe trying a love again, trying a partnership again. And they're saying it is part of your high karma, which is a lot of us old soul females have a lot of unpleasant relationships in our parallel or past lives, and we come here to fix that pattern. And they're saying you're definitely here doing it. You're definitely sticking to the course. You're doing a lot of other things too. My question is, just so I can make some sense of these cards that are in front of me and what I'm getting from Spirit is, when you're, for example, when you go to put yourself out there in the energy field to want to find a partner, do you have any ideas of physical or things that you would do, like meetups, concerts, online groups, online dating? Do you have any ideas about those things, or just bringing that up to talk about that for a second? It will help me see these cards.
Yeah, really none of those. I am an extroverted introvert, or an introverted extrovert. I drive an 18-wheeler, and I am out here being an essential worker, making sure that everybody has water and paper. And I I'm an empath, so large crowds, you know, I even hate going to the mall or the nail shop. I don't eat chicken wings, so that wouldn't benefit me at all. But yeah, I'm sorry, Drew. You know, I'm like team vegetarian, so but you know, I'm in truck stops and at shippers and receivers, and I don't see myself. I don't really see myself dating a truck driver. I've actually met somebody. Well, I've connected with somebody over the past month. You see, 4/22 was the first time that we ever spoke face to face, and that was on Facebook Messenger. We've spoken every day since, and it is a connection like I've never felt before. There are some circumstances, you know, on his end, some things that he needs to take care of and clean up before, you know, before I'm going, you know, to make a true connection. Now, we've known each other probably for about 9 years on Facebook. We've followed each other, and, you know, we've never said anything romantic, you know, to each other until about a month ago, and I really, 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 really do love this man, and the things that him and I have shared and talked about. I've never felt this way. You know, he's married. He's in an unhappy marriage. He's in the Army. He's in Okinawa, Japan. So the plane, you were right on point with that one. His heart is broken.
This is what the spirit guides want to say about this gentleman. So they're saying, yes, a possibility. And now they're saying everyone has free will. So we have zero control of other people's free wills. In fact, half the time we don't even think we have control of our free wills. So what they're saying is we wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket with this gentleman simply because of where he's at on his spiritual learning. Again, you can keep some eggs there. But what they're saying is if you want to accomplish running across more opportunities for love, or someone who's maybe ready right now, who has done the work for a significant amount of time, they're saying keep doors open. So, you don't have to go into public places to meet people, but they're saying get clever on how you can run across different people and get to know different people, because that's, part of dating is, opportunity. So that's what they're saying. They're saying, yes, wonderful, you had a good connection with this guy. Even if it doesn't work out with him, you've tasted a certain energy that you like, that you're looking for in a partner. You like that communication. This is the time to start noticing what we dig on people, whether they're ready to get into a relationship or not, noticing what about people that we respect, that we resonate with. And that's what dating really is getting the opportunity to be around people without attachment to their attachment to you, and just learning about them and experiencing them and seeing where they're at. They're saying he does internal work. It just looks like you're moving at a more accelerated pace. And again, you'd be the determiner of this energy, but they're just saying by the time he gets his T's crossed and I's dotted, you'll have already ran across other opportunities. So that's why they're saying open up the intention of other possibilities. This is going to bring in some potentials. And I use the term twin flame potential, because you can't be a full twin flame until both of you commit and move forward in healing and commitment and love and all the things that come along with all these blissful, loving relationships, including the triggers, which is the biggest part of these soul relationships. Old soul females, old souls in general, are looking for partners who have IQ skills and can work through triggers. Not if we have them, it's when. So they're just saying you're getting an opportunity to see what you like in people, and they're saying that you are an old soul and you are an empath. They're just saying put the intention out there of running across people who are at your caliber and are ready now, because they've been doing the reflection. They've been doing the work. They're saying that will move much quicker. And again, it's not like you have to give up on people you meet along the way, but you can keep a couple eggs over there and say, I hope you grow and move, and this is great. It's a wonderful connection. But I'm also going to put the intention that I'm going to frequency in or manifest somebody who's ready now or soon to be ready. But we only have 1 minute left on the show, and we appreciate you for donating. All proceeds going to keep us on the air. We are Heart Over Ego Radio, and this is Everyday Psychic Radio. And we are here every Sunday. Call in next time. You can go to our show page. You can find our personal connections, and we can do a more detailed reading and take a look at that.
I will absolutely
We appreciate
do that.
you
I'll
so much.
Drew. Oh, thank you so much. Peace and blessings.
Thanks, Julia.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
I love y'all. Thank you.
Love you.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right.
Julia.
Today's show is brought to you by Heart Over Ego Radio. I'm Drew Pillow on behalf of Jenny McDaniel. We thank you for listening to Everyday Psychic Radio. You can catch us every Sunday right here on Blog Talk Radio at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. Check out the other shows on the Heart Over Ego Radio Network for your listening and healing and spiritual enlightenment.
Bye, Jenny.
So, Drew Pillow, and we are out of here.